Welcome, brothers and sisters, to Mormon Movie Reviews, where LDS movie lovers belong. My name is D-Base, and today is December 2nd, 2022, and this is episode 62, where we will review Errand of Angels, released in 2008. This has a running time of 91 minutes and is a drama indie film, rated PG. This review works best if you've seen this film before, though that is not required, and here's your official spoiler alert. Let me give you a synopsis. A young Mormon woman matures as a person and devotee of her faith as she travels to Austria as a missionary. Now, this was brought to us by Christian Guisa, who's a Brigham Young University graduate. He also brought us Baptist at Our Barbecue and Plates of Gold. Sister Taylor here is played by Erin Chambers. She's from Boise, Idaho, is an eager young missionary of the LDS Church who's been sent on an 18-month-long mission to Austria. Erin Chambers has played in General Hospital, Scandal, and Shameless, to name a few, mostly TV roles. Now, this film was filmed on location in Austria, and Sister Taylor finds herself having a hard time adjusting to her new cultural surroundings in a foreign country. Here she tries some interesting food.
Sie doch einmal das.
Was ist das?
Das sind Kutteln.
It's beef stomach and intestines. You eat it with potatoes and salad. It's yummy.
Stomach? Intestines? Why would anybody want to eat that?
I'm not sure, Sister Taylor. Eventually, she's transferred to a new area, but due to differences in opinion and style, she's unable to get along with her companion missionary that she was assigned to work with by the church. Here's Sister Keller, played by Bettina Schwartz. She can be considered the only foil in the movie, and she's born in Austria as an Austrian actress and mostly played in TV and small roles in films. Sister Taylor, she doesn't get along with her new companion. She doesn't like her at all, and she also has difficulty learning to speak German, as one would expect.
Was sagen Sie?
Das ist genau, was ich meine. Sie müssen Deutsch lernen.
Warten, bitte warten.
And now Sister Taylor takes a note from the very teachings that she's trying to spread, and she eventually learns how to accept others' differences and get along peacefully with her companions, even if they disagree on how to go about conducting the work for which they volunteer. Now, if you want to get in touch with me, my email is mormonmoviereviews@gmail.com. Errand of Angels, it's really a movie about relationships and people rather than doctrine and church history. It's based on an original story by Heidi Johnson, who served a mission to Austria in 1993. But the movie really suffers from any lack of a plot, and that's what so many LDS missionary films. Most missions, they're really not that extraordinary, and most LDS missions probably don't make great films. This is no exception. The film, it really doesn't tackle anything controversial or anti-Mormon. I mean, it shows the struggles of being constantly rejected in a foreign country, but it never really confronts anything meaningful. Errand of Angels highlights some authentic differences with working with difficult companions, but it is a far cry from God's army. But in tried and true faith-promoting fashion, Sister Taylor is able to get one final baptism at the end of the movie so that it ends on a spiritually high note. Let me give you some concluding thoughts here. I guess you could say that Errand of Angels is the first and maybe the only missionary movie that's based on the sister missionary experience. I mean, before this, we had God's Army 2, The Best 2 Years on the Other Side of Heaven, but those are all male-focused missionary movies. The film is carried in large measure by Erin Chambers' outstanding performance. But the critics, they didn't really like the movie that much, and I think Guisa's attempts to take Johnson's mission remembrances and shape them into a fully fledged narrative, they never really take hold, and that's a sentiment that I can definitely agree with. It's definitely locally produced, and that's why the Deseret News did weigh in. They gave it 2.5 stars, and they said that it was earnest and well-intentioned, but that they did not give it a resounding endorsement, and neither will I. Now, thanks so much for joining me to review this film. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and join us next time for another episode of the Mormon Movie Reviews, where LDS movie lovers belong, in which we will review As the Twig is Bent. So long.